Hey guys, Denise here from Sewlimitless, and in today's video, I'm going to give you some tips on how to change, or what I did in order to change a t-shirt pattern into a sleeveless knit top pattern. So let's get started. So first of all, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you're returning, if you're new, then welcome. My name is Denise, and I write a blog at Sewlimitless, and I have this YouTube channel also called Sewlimitless, also on Instagram, Facebook as Sewlimitless. So what I want to show you today is what I did to change this pattern. This is the pattern I used is the Angela Wolf ruched tee pattern. You can see it's got long sleeves there. On the back, there are the different options for this particular pattern. But you can change this and any other t-shirt pattern. If you have a favorite one that you want to use, you can change that in order to make it into a sleeveless tee. So that's what I want to show you today. Now, I don't have any kind of fancy setup here, so I'm going to do the best I can to show you what I am talking about. So I've got my front pattern piece and my back pattern piece here. One of the first things that I would suggest is use a pattern that fits you well, that you like the way it fits or whatever. Maybe you've made changes like this one. I've already done a full bust adjustment to this pattern. So any other kinds of changes or whatever, I think it's easier if you're using a pattern that you know fits you the way you want. So the first thing I did for the sleeve, the only changes were on the sleeve, on the arm's eye, or the armhole, I should say. I could have cut away, but I just clipped and taped down about 5/8 of an inch. This is the front pattern piece. This is on the arm's eye or the armhole, this section here. Did the same to the back, because obviously you got to make sure that your front and back pieces match. Now, I used 5/8 of an inch. This is the ruler that I used when I did mine. Came in a set like this. And these are great because they measure, they're 5/8 of an inch wide, but it's a curved ruler. You can use a curved ruler. So that was what I did, because I wanted the shoulder seam, or the shoulder width, to be a good width. I didn't want it too narrow or anything like that. So I just trimmed away the 5/8 of an inch on each front and back arm's eye. So these are the two shirts here. And as I always tell you, there will be pictures included. It's a ribbed knit. Now, with this one, I'd have to add a center front and center back seam, because it was so stretchy that it did kind of stretch out a little bit, I think. And I had to trim away some fabric, probably an inch front and back, or folded it an inch, which is actually 2 inches front and back, because of the high amount of stretch of the fabric. This one, probably a rayon blend knit on this one. So I did not have to, it didn't overstretch or anything like that. Now, one thing that I did have to be aware of and careful of is the underarm section here on both of these sleeveless tops that I made, because when you have a top that is in, or a pattern that's intended to have sleeves, you've got some extra fabric that you really don't need when you aren't adding that sleeve in. So what I had to do, I basically had to take in what amounted to a dart on the side seam up at the top here, and then I just graded it to the regular side seam, so you won't see a dart. That will take up some fabric, because otherwise, if you don't do that, then you end up with gapping in the back, or and under the arm, which I didn't want. So just doing that really helped a lot. That's why I think it's a good idea if you're going to do something like this, use a pattern that you already like the fit. I just think it makes it much easier, and that way you're not having to change a whole bunch of things. You only have to change a couple of things to get your shirt done. Um, they have the wider shoulder, so it's not like a real tank top. It's just a sleeveless knit top. Um, if you want something more of a tank style, then you're going to cut more than the 5/8 that I did. You'll be trimming off more, but that's up to you to decide how much more you want to cut off. I also did add bands around both the neck neckband and on the sleeves. And I don't have a cover stitch or anything like that. I just used double needle when I hemmed. I did the serger and a double needle to finish that off. If you want to add the band, you can. Just remember that is going to add a little bit more fabric. If you don't want to add, it'll be more just like this, which is just turned under and hemmed. So you can do that either way. But yeah, basically that is it for this. So like I said, I just wanted to share this information with you because it's getting pretty hot. It's summer here where I am, and you might be wanting to make yourself something nice and cool to wear. So, and these are also nice under a jacket or sweater. So also you can keep that in mind as well. But that's it for this video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And if you hit the notification bell, you'll be notified the next time I upload a new video. But if you do have any questions or comments, just leave it down below. Hopefully you could see and understand what I was talking about. But that's it. And I thank you all for watching. So take care, guys. Bye-bye.